What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's episode of Punters Playbook, where te hago dinero, which translates from Spanish to English as I get you money. Okay, which is what we do here, essentially. The viewers who tune in and watch these videos every week probably not. I won't say millionaires, but I'll say they're building a real estate portfolio. If you watch these videos every week, you're probably building a real estate portfolio off of your gambling winnings, okay? That sigh isn't a sigh for a lack of truth, all right? That's just a sigh of let's get into the video. Thanks for all the support in the recent episodes of Punters Playbook. All right, Punters Playbook is doing the best it's done since its creation, which is, it's coming towards the end of the year, and I think it's finally settling into its work. It's just something that needs to build over time. And yeah, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and I don't think I have anything to say. It's a pretty quick little intro part of the video. Let's get into the rugby league tipping, aka Tippers Playbook. Rightio, up first, Storm, Broncos, Thursday night game, 7:50 p.m. Where are you when the world stopped turning? Where were you the day the music died, essentially? Storm, Broncos, I'm picking the Storm here. Broncos, they had a great attack last week. Their attack looked real good last week. Against South Sydney, New South Wales Cup side. So, look for the Storm to do Storm things. Play a quick game, play a defensively sound game, foot to the floor, kick to the corners, pin them there, and I could see the Storm beating the Broncos 18-12. I got the Storm here. And I'm always just going to tip against the Broncos because what they did to my boys, essentially. My boys, if you're new to the channel, is in South Sydney. Jugger. Thumbnail. 2 and 2 together. Knights, Penrith. I'm picking Penrith here. They're on one of the all-time tears, and they are making a red-hot crack at finals footy. So they're going to make the top 4 this week. Mark my words. Raiders, Manly. I'm going to go with Raiders here to get back into the win column. If the weather's dry and there's no wind around, I think Jamal Fogarty will settle back into that kicking game. And, this is Jamal Fogarty against his new club. I just realised that. So, Jamal versus his new club. I still got the Raiders winning this one. And Manly are beginning their decline to, somewhere 12 maybe. I see Manly finishing about 12. Dragons, Sharks. I'm going to go with the Sharks here. I think the Sharks will be the Dragons. Dragons just don't really win 2 games back-to-back. And if they do, oh my God, get the confetti cannons out and get the champagne because, it may start raining blood and the water may start turning. How's that go? Floods, water turns to blood, something like that. If the Dragons win 2 in a row. I'm just trying. I'm probably getting a little bit too religious here. I'm getting a little bit too biblical in the great game of rugby league. So yeah, I'm going with the Sharks here. Dolphins, Roosters. I'm going to go with the Roosters. I think the Dolphins now missing Herbie. Herbie's pretty key. He's a key part of their attack. I know he wasn't there for when they scored the game-winning try against the Wars, but he's a driving factor in their attack. When the Dolphins are having bad games. And their defense just isn't, their attack, isn't clicking. Herbie's really good. He just opens it up, gets the ball moving. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. Bulldogs, Warriors. I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. Once again, sort of the same thing as the Raiders. I think they're going to look to get another win back. And what are the Warriors going to do? The Warriors missing a lot now. And yeah, I don't know. This will be a good game though. Titans, Rabbitohs. This is my creme de la creme of the round. This is make it or break it for me. If Titans win this, we get the spoon. If we win this, Titans get the spoon. So, a lot on the line. I was thinking about live streaming this one, but we live streamed last weekend, and I got Sometimes I actually like to enjoy these games. Not saying I don't enjoy doing live streams, but sometimes I like to sit back, kick back, relax, not have a camera on me, not have people watching me watch the game. Okay. So I thought about live streaming this. I thought it'd be funny. I had a couple ideas for it, but we won't. And I will, because if the Rabbitohs lose, it'll be one of the all-time grim streams. It'll be rain, it'll be hail, it'll be thunder. All right. So yeah. But I got the Rabbitohs to win this one. And then last game of the round, Eels Cowboys. I'm gonna go with Parramatta here. They've just had 10 out of 10 effort every week. Mitchell Moses coming back. He's just boosted up everyone around him. Back row's playing well. Middle's playing well. Sort of, everyone for Parramatta is just pulling their weight. And, the two games that they've played since Mitch has been back, they won one against the Broncos, and they just nearly missed a win beating Melbourne Storm. So two top 8 sides that Parramatta have beaten and or gotten very close to beating. So I think they're going to beat the Cowboys here quite convincingly. I think Parramatta will have one of the all-time thrashings. Tigers got a bye. Don't expect to see Adam Dewey back. Or any Hods. Is that how you say it? Hods? I'm not going to do it. Can I do it? I'm going to. How do you do it? Don't expect to see any of them from Brent Naden or Samuel Faino. I think that is. Whatever. What am I talking about? Let's get into punting. Let's get into multis and punting. Okay. Well, we'll get into stats of the first game anyway. Storm Broncos head to head. Melbourne have won each of their last 8 home matches against the Brisbane Broncos. Each of Brisbane's last 7 away matches have gone under the total match points line. In each of Brisbane's last 5 matches at Amy Park, its starting right wing has scored at least 1 try, and Selwyn Cobbo will be starting on that wing, funnily enough. In each of the Broncos' last 4 matches, the opposition's starting left centre has scored at least 1 try. Nick Meaney, who's paying $3 odds, it's not too bad. It's neither here nor there. In each of the Broncos' last 4 matches at Amy Park, the opposition's starting right wing has scored at least 1 try. Grant Anderson. Reece Walsh has scored at least 1 try in 5 of his last 6 appearances, interstate appearances. And Dean Mariner has scored at least 1 try in 5 of his last 6 appearances with the Broncos as an away underdog. So, my multi for this one, okay? And you might be able to tell from the thumbnail, and it's definitely going to become apparent more and more I read these out. My multi for this game, I'm going Pappy anytime, and I'm going Reece Walsh anytime. Nice and simple, 2 try scorers. Both fullbacks. Knights Penrith. Let me get some stats. Oh, yeah. Let me get some stats. Head-to-head, Penrith have won each of their last 8 matches. Each of the last 5 matches between the Penrith Panthers and the Newcastle Knights have gone under the total match points line. Thomas Jenkins has scored at least 1 try in each of Penrith's last 5 away matches. Dylan Edwards has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 4 appearances against the opponents that were ranked lower on the ladder, and he's on one of the all-time burners. Fletcher Hunt has scored at least 1 try in 4 previous appearances against opponents ranked in the top 8. Dominic Young has scored at least 1 try in 6 of his last 7 appearances against teams on a winning streak. And Casey McLean has scored at least 1 try in each of Penrith's last 5 matches. And Penrith have failed to cover the line in their last 6 matches against teams on a losing streak. My multi for this one, I'm going Dylan Edwards, and I'm going Newcastle to cover the line, which is 11.5. So, it's neither here nor there. I think I've said that more than once now. Raiders Manly. Stake me out tonight. Head-to-head, Manly have lost each of their last 7 matches against a team that was in the top, that was on top of the ladder. Each of Canberra's last 7 home matches have gone over the total match points line. Tommy Turbo has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 5 appearances against Canberra. Simi Sasagi has scored at least 3 tries in Canberra's last 4 home matches. I probably butchered that. Matt Timoko, well, I think if you've been watching the last few Canberra games, I think you would have known that this would pop up. Matt Timoko has scored at least 2 tries in each of Canberra's last 2 matches. Well, not at least, has scored 2 tries. And Jason Saab has scored a try has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 7 appearances against Manly as an underdog. With Manly as an underdog outside of Sydney. Okay, I butchered that really badly. My multi for this game, I am going with Kyo Weeks anytime. Kyo Weeks anytime and Manly to cover the line. Yeah, I'll go with that. No. Yeah, I will go with that. Yeah, Kyo Weeks, Manly to cover the line. See where this is going yet? Is it clicking for you guys where I'm headed with this episode? I'm just going to spit it out. It's a fallback episode. I'm only picking fallbacks, all right? And I might sprinkle in the line or unders or winners, you know what I mean? So, Dragons Sharks. Head-to-head, St. George Illawarra has lost each of their last 11 matches on a 7-day turnaround. Each of the Dragons' last 5 home matches against Cronulla have gone over the total match points line. Cronulla have scored 31 or more points in each of their last 4 away matches against the Dragons. Will Kennedy has scored at least 1 try in each of Cronulla's last 4 matches against the Dragons at Jubilee Stadium. Jacob Little has scored at least 1 try in the Dragons' last 4 day matches at Jubilee Stadium. Niokore has scored at least 1 try in 4 of Cronulla's last 5 matches against the Dragons. And Matthew Fainau has, in 3 of Cronulla's last 4 away matches, the opposition's starting left centre has scored at least 1 try. Sorry, actually just had a phone call mid recording there, and it took me off guard. So, you know who you are, who just called me. All right, you'll probably watch this. You know who you are, and I'm coming for you. Will Kennedy, simple. I'm going Will Kennedy, Sharks to win. Overs? Yeah, Sharks, overs, Will Kennedy. Thanks for coming. Dolphins, Roosters. I really don't even need to be written out stats, guys, because you know where this is all going, all right? We're picking fallbacks this round. Head-to-head, the Dolphins have won each of their last 4 matches in Queensland. 5 of the Dolphins' last 6 matches at Suncorp Stadium have gone over the total match points line. Mark Nawaqanitawase has scored at least 1 try in each of his 5 appearances against teams on a winning streak. Cody Nikorima, in each of the Dolphins' last 4 home matches, their starting 5'8" has scored at least 1 try. Cody Nikorima, obviously. I already said it. In each of Sydney's last 4 matches, as a favourite, its starting right centre has scored at least 1 try. Billy Smith, he's back, he's firing, he scored 1 last weekend. And Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow has scored 2 or more tries in each of the Dolphins' last 4 matches at Suncorp Stadium against opponents that were ranked lower on the ladder. So my multi for this one, I'm going Hammer for a double and Tedesco anytime. So that might be one of the best ones because, hey, fullbacks, both guys score tries, you know it. Warriors, Bulldogs. Get me into it. The Warriors have won each of their last 6 matches in New South Wales. 7 of the Bulldogs' last 8 matches have gone under the total match points line. In each of the Warriors' last 8 matches at a core stadium, its starting right wing has scored at least 1 try. It's Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Leka Halasima has scored at least 1 try in New Zealand's last 5 matches. Jacob Kiraz has scored at least 1 try in each of Canterbury's last 3 matches. And Roger Tuivasa-Sheck has scored at least 1 try in 3 appearances against opponents that were ranked in the top 4. For this one, guys, I am going to go with Tane Tuapiki, and I'm going to go for unders. I don't know if I see Jacob. I don't know if I see Jacob Kiraz score. I don't know if I see Jacob Kiraz score. Nah, you know what? Nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, let's just go Tane Tuapiki unders. Made my bet. I'm going to sleep in it. Titans, Rabbits. Head-to-head, South Sydney have lost each of their last 9 matches. Yeah, cool. Love that. Each of the Rabbitohs' last 3 interstate matches have gone over the total match points line. First try scorer, AJ Brimson, has been the first try scorer in each of the last 2 home appearances against a team that was on the bottom of the ladder. Brian Kelly, in each of South Sydney's last 4 away matches, the opposition's starting right centre has scored at least 1 try. In each of Gold Coast's last 3 home matches, the opposition's starting fullback has scored at least 1 try, Jai Gray. And in 5 of South Sydney's last 6 matches at Seabus Super Stadium, its starting right wing has scored 2 or more tries, Alex Johnson to score 2 or more tries. So I'm going to go with Jai Gray, and I'm going to go with South Sydney to win 1-12. Jai Gray, South Sydney, 1-12. Last game of the round. Man, we've blown through these. Sorry, I'm technical difficulties. You guys don't mind. Head-to-head, the favourite has won each of the Cowboys' last 10 matches. Parramatta, obviously. 5 of Parramatta's last 6 matches at CommBank Stadium have gone under the total match points line. In each of the North Queensland Cowboys' 9 away matches, its starting left wing has scored at least 1 try, Braden Burns. Scott Drinkwater has scored at least 1 try in North Queensland's last 3 matches against Parramatta, Scotty Drinkwater. Josh Adokar has scored at least 3 tries. Has scored a try in at least 3 of his last home appearances against North Queensland. Jeez, I've made a meal of that. In each of the North Queensland Cowboys' last 2 home matches, the opposition's starting 5'8" has scored at least 1 try. That's Footy Dean. So for this one, I'm going to go with Scott Drinkwater, Parramatta to win 13+. And Tigers got a bye, obviously. Don't have to keep saying it. Brent Naden, a hood, whatever. That's it. Multis, stats, all ticked off. What have we done? Tippers Playbook, multis, stats. And that only leaves us with the board. Leaves us with the board. I don't know why. I just got sniped in the lips right there. I don't know. Yeah, let's go to the board. Stop mucking around. Let's go to the board.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And it's board time. It's boards. We're here. It's the board. Not a lot going on. Cash cows, locks. Well, locks and long shots. A bit quiet this weekend. But cash cows, a lot of going on. A lot of teams who I think are getting overlooked. Broncos, $2.60. Manly, $2.75. Dragons, $2.75. Dolphins, $2. 2 smackos. Which, in my opinion, will probably change to $1.90 odds come the day of the game. Cowboys, $1.30. And the Rabbits are $2.65, which you just can't see because my webcam's in front of it. So, yeah, a lot of valuable odds there, in my opinion. Roosters, $1.42. Raiders, $1.45. And Penrith, $1.28. Not a lot going on. Same old guys haunting that box. Long shots, Knights, Wars. Unfortunately, I'm putting the Wars in the long shots box at $2.90. I just don't really see them beating the doggies. And, the Knights have got an absolute uphill battle, so. And the only reason I put the Dragons in the Cash Cows box against the Raiders is you just never know. You never know with the Dragons. Oh, no, sorry. Not the Dragons. Who are the Raiders playing? Manly. You never know with Manly. Try time. Everyone's favourite time. My favourite time. We pick 2 try scorers from every game, 1 from either team, who I think are just looking good. And if you thought I was going to stop with the multis, you guessed it. It's all fullbacks. Thursday night, Pappy, $2.25. Walshy, $2.85. They score tries. Out of everyone on this list, they score tries. Gagai, $4.10. Dylan Edwards, $2.80. Bleh. Turbo, $2.40. Kyo Weeksy, $2.25. Will Kennedy, $2.50. Gutho, $3.15. Teddy, $2.45. The Hammer at $1.90. Kiraz, $2.20. Tane to a Picky, $5. Brimo, $2.15. And Jai Grey, $2.80. And Drinky, $2.75. And Joash Papali at $2.60. So we're hanging around the $2 mark unless you're Dane Gagai and Clinton Gutherson. And Dane Tuapiki. So yeah. Take it for what it is. It's fullbacks, I haven't probably given the best odds for try scorers because typically, sometimes fullbacks just won't score a try. So yeah, but take that with a grain of salt. It's the fullback episode. We're only doing fullbacks, and onto the trawler bet. All right, sort of where I hunt rugby league punting immortality every week. I throw in 5 legs into a multi across the whole weekend. And we see if we reel in that bluefin tuna. That is an immortality bet. Ryan Pappenhausen at number 1. The first leg of the multi. Dylan Edwards in the number 2 spot in the multi. Kyo Weeks, number 3 spot in the multi. Teddy, 4. And Brimo at 5. Puts us up to $75.66. Thanks for coming. I've already put this one on. I'm so excited. The fullback bet, the fullback trawler bet, I've got a lot of hope for. All right, these guys here, they just score. They've probably all scored 1 try or more in a weekend, I reckon, together at the same time. All right, it's not crazy. I'm not talking crazy. But yeah, I think that's it. Pretty quick episode. I don't know. It's not like it's a short round of rugby league. I didn't have much work to get through here. Okay, simple as that. We were reading stats and we were given multis and, there was a little bit of gibberish at the start, but I didn't have much work to get through. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching all the other episodes of Punters Playbook, because I said at the start of the video, Punters Playbook is really, it's settling into its work. At the ripe old episode of 18, I think we are now. So yeah, thanks for all the support on the Punters Playbooks. Get you to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. And if you want, go back through and like every other video because they're great. But yeah, subscribe, guys. We're doing really well. We're at 2K. We hit 2K earlier in the week. Yesterday I think we actually hit it. Anyway, we hit 2K. Feels really good. I'm just, oh man, I can't contain myself. I get out of bed and I giggle and I kick my feet. All right, so yeah, thanks for subscribing. Check out my socials, Instagram, TikTok. The Instagram is on one of the all-time rugby league Instagram punting, round recapping burners. And whoa! Damn, bro, it's been a while since we've had a board fall down on me. It's been a while. I need to get rid of this fucking thing. Fuck you, man. A hood. I'm probably getting cancelled for that, but anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, what was I saying about TikTok? Go check out TikTok. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in next week's episode of Punters Playbook. Bye.